Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you how to create what is called an anchor. And no, I'm not talking about Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm not talking about your yacht. What I'm talking about is what's going to hold you while you're up on a climb. So basically an anchor is what you're going to attach to the rock so that you and your partner can go up the rock together. Just to let you know, there's a variety of anchors that are used in rock climbing. I'm going to show you two. That's right. Two, not just one, but two different ways to create an anchor. So for the anchors that I'm going to show you in this video, these are anchors that you are going to use pre-existing bolts that are on a rock. So a bolt is basically something that was drilled into the rock that's able to hold about 5,000–6,000 pounds. For an anchor, you're going to be needing 3 locking carabiners, and you are going to also need 1 sling. Sling is basically a piece of tethering that we use in rock climbing to connect two things together. So the first anchor I'm going to show you is called the Equalized Anchor. And basically this is an anchor that has a very fixed position that you clip onto and you're good to go. So to start this anchor, you are going to clip one of your locking carabiners to each of the bolts. Then you are going to clip your sling to each of those locking carabiners. You're going to take the top portion of the sling and pull it down so that it meets with the bottom portion of the sling. Then what you want to do is you want to figure out what direction is the weight going to be on the anchor. Once you figure that out, you're either going to tie an overhand knot or a figure 8 knot at that point. A lot of people suggest using a figure 8 instead of an overhand knot because it's a little bit easier to untie after people have put weight on the rope. Now this loop at the bottom of this knot is called your master point. The master point is the main spot on your anchor that you're going to be connecting things to. Connect a locking carabiner to the master point of the anchor. Then after that, you're going to find the middle part of the rope and connect it to the locking carabiner at your master point. A lot of ropes will actually have a specific marker in the middle of the rope that'll just make it easy for you when you're out there to be like, oh, this is the middle of the rope, I'm going to clip it in and call it good. But sometimes they don't have that. So one thing that you can do is grab both ends of the rope, and then you're going to start feeding it through your hand until you find the middle of the rope. So once your rope's clipped in, you can yell rope down to the people down below and then throw the rope down. The last thing that you want to do after setting up your anchor is you want to double check to make sure that each of your carabiners are locked. And now your equalized anchor is all set up. Good to go, awesome. So now you know how to create an equalized anchor. Join us next week where you're going to learn how to create what's called a self-equalizing anchor. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, I just encourage you to do so now so that you can find out when that video comes out.